Hello and good morning. This will video 929 and just want to just kind of make a quick comment. Um I'm feeling very much adrift right now. Um Hard to describe, but just kind of like floating in space, kind of looking around. Ooh. Um at D&D uh this week I found out one of the other players in my game won't be able to make it. And so Um, through life circumstances, I've lost players, and that's fine. Life happens. Comes with being an adult. So as I was driving home, I'm like, well, you know what? As much fun as I am having, and I have had a lot of fun being a DM again. Maybe it's time to take a break. It's like, okay, when you DM a game, um, it consumes so much of your time that you're willing to give. Like I said, it's happy time. I enjoy planning. I played with the monitor and figured out how to do a virtual tabletop. I mean, I learned a lot, you know. But that was kind of not necessarily my identity, but that was always something I was doing. It was always something I could do with it. Drawing a map, planning battle. So I was like, okay, well, all right, well that's good. That'll give me some free time. Lord knows I've got 6 or 7 projects I want to do. So then crawled my little butt or my big butt into my bed, and I'm laying there and just kind of looking up at the moon out my window, and I get a dinky dinky on my phone. I get a message like, oh, okay, well it's not Katie, okay, and I open it up, and it's a message from someone from my past, a long past, who's like, hey, do you play Shadowrun? I was like, no, I've always wanted to play. And they're like, oh, well, we have an opening in our game if you want to come play Shadowrun. I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, as I laid there in bed, I'm like, okay, we're one door closes, another one opens. And so yesterday I found myself before the game talking with this is a whole other group of people. I've never met them. You know how that goes. And uh, turns out one of them is in Germany. And so I strike up a conversation with him. This is over, it's going to be a Roll20 game. Okay. Played over the internet. And we're talking about Germany and history, and I'm just fascinated by this person. And, in the back of my mind, after the game, after it ended, I'm like, my gosh, how different like my world has become in the last 8 hours. You know, I was here, I was concrete here, and then things changed, and now I'm over here. You know, and so I just kind of feel kind of like things are swirly, and you know, I'm hell bent on getting out of Indiana where I live. Um, at the moment, Indiana is like Tennessee. There's a lot of hateful people in Indiana, a lot of white racists, and there's a lot of them. I mean, someone had asked me a couple weeks ago about, hey, would you like to meet together? I have some ideas how to address transgender issues in the state, and I politely declined. I said, thank you for thinking. I'm glad you're interested, but Indiana is not going to change anytime soon. You know, um, I wish you good luck. You know, you're a better man than I am, Dungadin. Um, it's just too many old white people. Too many old white racists, basically. And I hate to be so defeatist on that, but I mean, you bang your head. In the next 20 years, you can stay here and bang your head against the wall and wonder what you're doing wrong, or you can go somewhere else and kind of be kind of happy, and wait for the old people to die off and then come back. Um, but anyway, neither here nor there. But I just felt like, you know, here I was floating again. What if I met someone in the Shadowrun game who lived in this area and we hit it off, and I'm not going to say a romantic interest, but would that be enough to keep me here? So that's where I feel like kind of like I'm spinning, I'm floating. I had a plan, much like my D&D game. I had a plan. I was going to move to North Carolina. I was going to do this. And now it's like, geez, I don't know. We just don't know. And I think that's something that we never know. You know, we never know what's going to happen, which is just, it's true. Um, whether it be our health or something happens in our family or our lives or our kitty cats. Um, we just don't know. And I guess there's something to be said for being flexible, you know. But honestly, we just don't know. We just don't know. Um, you know, this guy in Germany, I mean, I don't know how old he is, but fuck. I mean, what if he says, "Hey, come to Germany"? I'd be like, "Jawohl, jawohl, mein Herr." I spent a year learning German and don't use it, so now it's like, "Hey, come to Germany." I'm like, ho ho ho, you know, come to Germany, drink beer and dance the polka, and it's like, hey, why not? You know, we just don't know. We just don't know. Um, my father could be dead. Um, I won't hear anything about my dad till he passes. Um, till I get a phone call that says, "Hello, I'm Johnson of Johnson and Johnson, and your father passed away, and you need to sign some papers or something." Um, you know, um, that's gonna be kind of how my dad's gonna die, and my mom is on her way out. You know, my daughter is almost graduated high school. I could go to Germany. You know, I mean, you just don't know. Um, but it's like I said, I just kind of feel like I'm drifting right now. It has been a crazy couple years. I mean, we had Trump as president, we had the pandemic, we have wars, we have all of this stuff going on. It seems like politically things are just crazy. We have Jim Crow shit going on right now in Tennessee. We have the Republican Party just losing its identity. Um, just craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, um, and it's just a weird time to be alive. I can't, you know. We had it good under Obama, didn't we? Everything was getting better. Obama fixed the economy from Bush 2. Bush 2 being such a terrible president. And then Trump came along and fucked everything up. And he's still fucking up. I saw where, you know, he's got like 4 or 5 cases against him right now. And apparently that's making people want to vote for him. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a crazy world this is, folks. Crazy world. You know, when you have someone who tries to take over the government, calls for his vice president to be killed, and people are like, "Yeah, he should be president again." Oh my gosh. Oof. It's a crazy time to be alive. But anyway, so I'm feeling adrift. Like I'm in a lifeboat, just kind of woo, going in circles, and we'll see what happens. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you got your. I hope you're surviving. And if you feel somewhat like it's a crazy time to be alive, it is a crazy time to be alive. Um, and in spite of all this chaos and weirdness going on, you have people that are standing up for themselves. You have people who are beginning to be more vocal about this is wrong. You know, uh, things are changing right now. We're in a period of flux. I really think we are. And as maybe we're kind of wondering what our not identity, but what's going on, I think other people are also asking what's going on. I watched Meet the Press yesterday, and it was Chuck Todd and two Republican strategists, which was when you have two assholes in the room lying their asses off. Um, but both Republican strategists was like, we don't know what the Republican Party's doing, and Chuck was asking them, well, this happened here and this happened here, and why are they doing something that's already been proven to be a bad thing? And they're like, the strategists are like, well, we don't know. And I was sitting there going, why are you on the show? You know what I mean? If you're the expert, maybe it's time to get a new expert. Um, but anyway, my son's back again. I think he wants attention. So, all right, so that's it. Adrift in the lifeboat, looking up at the stars, watching them move around, just kind of going, well, what's going to happen next? Oh, look at this boy. Oh, he's a lover. He loves my daughter. I'm just the villain. I'm the good. I'm the you're good enough for now. He loves my daughter, and of course she doesn't like him at all. She'll always make fun of him, and I mean he wants to be around her all the time. When she goes in her room, shuts the door, he'll lay it in the door just like, I'm gonna wait here till you come out like a dog. Oh, and she's so bad to him. Ay, ay, that's a typical male though, isn't it? If you've had friends that are guys and they're in love with a girl that's a complete bitch, and the guys are like, oh, but I love her so much. And then the same thing with girls and guys. Unfortunately, you have a woman who gets beaten up and abused, and but I love him so much. All right, till next time. Bye bye. Good luck. Hang in there, my friends.